So let's talk for a minute about the man versus bear debate. I really reject the idea that all men are monsters, and I want to push back on that narrative even now. We all know some good men, right? And we all love these good men that we would absolutely trust our children with, our dogs with, our families with. There are tons of good men out there. And I think we need to keep saying this and keep acknowledging this, even in the middle of this sort of debate and awakening, because I don't want men to think we think they are all horrible, abusive, sexualized creatures. I am an auntie to four boys, and I am very sensitive to the environment that they're growing up in and the messaging that they're getting. And I want them to know that the world values them, that women value them, that they are not being raised into this environment where they're always going to be demonized. And I'm using some extreme language. I know that most of us don't think this way of men. And I am delighted, although really sad, that men are finally coming to realize what women think about them in kind of the abstract, that we are scared of them, that they hurt us, that they objectify us, that they see us just as a thing to extract service and pleasure from. And that feels horrific. So I'm very sorry that men are having to discover this in this particular way. But the man versus bear debate really demonstrates how a lot of us have felt and do feel. It was interesting. I asked my husband about this last night, and I said, what percentage of men do you think are good versus bad, right? And by bad, I mean people who are really abusive and harmful and exploitative and all of that. I was thinking 80-20, like 80% good, 20% exploitative and hurtful. He said 60-40. That shocked me. So the problem may be worse than I even realized. So tell me, what do you think about this? What's your perspective on the man versus bear debate? Let's talk about it. And if you didn't see the video that I just duetted, check that out, because the most poignant thing she says is there are fates worse than death. And that is so true. There are stories and images I've seen and heard about that will forever live in my mind. And I would choose death over them 1,000 times. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts.